the first and only cemetery.
We're at the first cemetery of the day.
Definitely.
Do you think they saw me wink?
No.
We're at the first cemetery.
Are blue. It's not raining. There is a chance of rain this afternoon, but hopefully it's just light.
Yeah, I'm not looking at the radar anymore.
Yeah, we're just gonna mow until we can't. But you guys, 3 of you went and trimmed what we had mowed yesterday, the 2 cemeteries.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
It went awesome. We were an hour and a half trimming the first one, 3 people, and it took us an hour and a half to mow that one. So that one should be hour and a half when we're 6 of us.
Yeah.
And then the same with the second one, although the second one took about, what, an hour and 20 to mow? I don't know.
Yeah, it was like 1:15.
Whatever. And then it was like an hour to trim. So that one, same thing, should be about equal. 3 mowers, 3 trimmers.
That's awesome.
Yep.
And
then this one here, granted, this is kind of crazy because it's the beginning of May and we are going to essentially mow this cemetery for the second time. And normally we're like just getting a mow and a cleanup in for stuff for Memorial Day.
Right.
So I mean, this is crazy that we're already going to be our second mow down here, but the timing of it is like
we're just into May.
I couldn't leave this one. So I've never had a cemetery contract or any sort of contract that they wanted it for Mother's Day. If the weather allowed, we'd try it.
Yeah.
This town doesn't really have a contract, but it was mentioned that Mother's Day is a big one for people down here. So that's why we pushed and got the cleanup done, and mowed it. But now it's been so long from mowing it last time to now Mother's Day is in 4 days or something.
Right.
That we kind of got to not do a full mow. I'm thinking, knowing what we did in those 2 cemeteries, in say both of them added together, say 3 hours. I think if we do 3 hours worth at this one, we'll be good. Yeah.
And to give it like some context, in Andover, those cemeteries, literally the contract says everything has to have a spring cleanup by Memorial Day, and this contract literally says mow it when it's needed, right, and do a cleanup.
Trim it now and then.
I've never in our lives had a commercial contract that is no information.
Do what you want.
So
they're probably going to get more than what they expect.
Yeah,
honestly.
I don't know. They've been struggling, I guess, at this big cemetery to like find a crew or landscape company that, 1, would do it, or 2, had a big enough crew that they could do the whole thing. And I know it's a big property. Just we're thankful and blessed, and hopefully it stays that way, that we have some great employees. We try to treat them very fairly. We try to pay them very, generously. We try to take care of them and work alongside of them.
I mean, I trimmed as many hours as who we hired to trim.
I did not. I stayed home and I did paperwork, but I feel like that's fair.
You'll see.
We're going to get at it, and we're going to take you with us, so stick around. Let's go check this out. All right, we're what? 15-20 minutes out, and it's starting to rain, so I'm trying to look at our weather.
I'm doing 10 over, and this car is trying to load into my trailer.
Hello? We're turning left at the lights. Okay. Okay, bye. The radar is up. It looks like the heavy stuff is just above us. I think it'll just miss us, and we'll get showers of like light stuff.
I mean, showers are fine. That's what we did yesterday.
It looks like spotty light rain, so I think we're good.
Take it.
We'll take it. It was legal to text and drive.
Yeah, the hands-free law was like 8 years ago or something.
I think it was still frowned upon.
Well, I'm sure it was frowned upon.
Say driving with no shoes on.
Oh, I do that.
Wait, you can't do that?
It's frowned upon.
You can't do that?
It's not illegal, but
I feel like you drive better with no shoes on, theoretically.
What?
How? You feel the pedals more?
What if your toes get stuck on opposite sides of the pedal?
they get stuck on.
Your big toe goes under the pedal. You can't push the brake
I
all
don't
the way
think
to the
most
floor.
people usually have toes like that, to be honest with you.
Well, you haven't seen my feet then, have you? Look me up. I'm on Feet Finder. This is the only time you'll have to trim. And what I think's gonna happen
When it starts sucking really bad, just be like, this is the last time.
is we're gonna mow for a couple hours,
And
and then at least Harvey and I will hop off for the last hour and help trim. And look what we just mowed with 3 of us in an hour. Look how much trimming. So like, if you're going behind him and staying more or less with him trimming, then once we get up to where Samantha's mowing, all 3 of us will knock out the trim. You know what I mean?
All right, I'm getting my mower.
So like which?
Joe, we got all the sections with headstones done that we wanted to.
Yep, there's one old section I was going to kind of tuck in and touch up, but it's full of flocks.
I know it.
So it looks good the way it is.
It'd be kind of sad to mow those.
There are some other sections like that I just kind of dipped and dived around.
Yeah.
And I think I blended it pretty good.
But we got caught in the rain. We're headed home. My hands are like all...
It downpoured. And it wasn't so much, even before it downpoured, I was about ready to call it because I saw it lightning.
Oh, I didn't see the lightning, but the skies were getting really dark.
And I was like, we're not going to finish regardless, so I almost called it, and then it let loose. I was like, yep,
and I was like,
it.
I have this one, like, 8 passes. I'm not leaving it, so you came over and bailed me out. So
I knew we would have to come back to finish anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm talking with food in my mouth.
But we're going to get home, regroup. Reconvene. And then call it once we get home.
Sorry, I was caught up in my wrap again.
I have another one for you if you're still hungry.
I'm a little hungry.
All right. Good morning, YouTube. Well, then you want to say hi? Say hi, YouTube. Hi. Okay, here's the deal. We got rained out of the big cemetery yesterday. So we are up extra early. Joe and Harvey are going to go finish trimming that. Max will be here at regular time, and him and I are going to go mow the condos because it looks like so much rain tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday. And for Mother's Day, we just want all the big commercial stuff done. So what I did is different than I usually do. Last night, I uploaded a video of just the weed whacking, just like a little different perspective, I guess. And so everything you just watched is it's from yesterday. But I'm not going to take the cameras with us today because we are in crunch mode. It's not supposed to rain a lot, but our main priority is getting the condos mowed. So we will see you guys either Friday or Monday. But thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting us. We appreciate you all. And we're going to go get to work. We'll see you later. Peace out, YouTube.